Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aiden. On today's video, we are taking a look forward at the top 10 sneakers all releasing in January of 2021. Now, before we get into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to my returning viewers. Thank you as always for supporting me and this channel. And to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So do make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the intro. So as 2020 finally comes to an end, I just want to extend my gratitude to absolutely every single person that has ever supported my channel since we started back in May of 2020. It truly means the world to me. I know I say this on every single video, but your guys' support has been so important to help me get through this year, and I really can't thank you guys enough. It's been massively important for me and my mental well-being, and just giving me something to strive towards and something to focus on, that I just really wanted to talk to you guys, let you know how much I appreciate all of your support. And as we head into the new year, I sincerely hope that 2021 is a much better year for the world and for absolutely every single person that is watching this video. I really do appreciate your support. Hopefully that continues throughout 2021. I'm not exactly sure when this video will be releasing, so if it is releasing before New Year's Eve or even just after, I'm not quite sure. I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Quick disclaimer before we do go any further with the video, all this information does come courtesy of the Soul Supplier's website. I will leave a link in my description area below if you do want to check out the Soul Supplier as well as any of these releases in any more detail. Now, do take this information with a pinch of salt, as on occasion, shoes can be brought forward, pushed back, delayed for any given reason, but as of today's date, which is the 28th of December, this is the most accurate information that we have been able to find. So now let's go ahead and get into number 1 on the list. And kicking us off on this list today, we have the Air Jordan 13 Starfish releasing on January 2nd for a retail price of £165. Now, I do think that this shoe is actually going to fly under the radar for a lot of people. We've just recently had the Jordan 13 Royal Blues, and that one really wasn't very popular here in the UK. It did sell out like every single Jordan release, but I haven't really heard too much about it since, to be completely honest. I had a quick look at the resale price on StockX. It's quite high at the minute, but realistically that's going to start tumbling down as we get closer to the shoe's release, and I do expect that it's actually going to be around retail when its shoe does actually release. If you are interested in picking up a pair, I do think it will be available via raffle as well as on Sneakers app. Personally, I am going to be trying to get this shoe for the collection, but if I really wasn't as into 13s as I am, I probably would be letting this one go. And next up on our list, we have the Nike Dunk Low in the Sail Course colourway, releasing on the 7th of January for a retail price of £85. Coincidentally, the 7th of January is actually both mine and my dad's birthday. I'll be turning 25 on that day, and I'm hoping that I can involve you guys in some form of celebration. Not exactly sure what's going to be happening here in the UK with the lockdown situation, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. In terms of the shoe itself, it would be rude not to try and go for this shoe since it's releasing on my birthday. It started giving me some kind of UNC vibe, so it's definitely a shoe that I'm looking to pick up. I think the colourway is fantastic, and like all dunks, I do expect that it is going to be quite a popular one, and it is definitely going to sell out. I think it will be available via raffle as well as on Sneakers app. Also releasing on January 7th, we have the Nike Air Force 1 Ray Guns releasing for a retail price of £120. Now, this shoe does take inspiration from the 2005 Nike SB release, and personally, when it does come to Air Force 1s, they sort of just fly under my radar, and they're not something that I actively go for. But on this particular occasion, I'm a big fan of the colourway. I do like how it looks on the Nike SB, but I actually kind of prefer how it looks on the Air Force. And once again, since it's releasing on my birthday, it would be kind of rude not to go for it. I'm really unsure as to how well it's going to do for resale value as it's an Air Force 1, but I'm definitely going for it either way. It's not yet been confirmed how it will be releasing, but I do expect that it will be on Sneakers. I'm not sure if it will be available via raffle. And next up on our list, we have the Nike Dunk Low in the University Red colourway, releasing on January 14th for a retail price of £85. Now, this is actually part of a whole host of retro colourways that are scheduled to release in 2021. And as a lot of you guys will know who are watching this video, my favourite colour is red. So this is definitely a shoe that I could actually see myself wearing. I'm not the biggest dunk collector, not the biggest dunk enthusiast, but this is definitely a colourway I'm going to be going for. I'm not exactly sure if I would keep it in the collection even if I got it, but I will definitely be looking to bring you guys the review. I have noticed in recent times that the actual resale price on Dunk releases is a lot lower than it was at the beginning of 2020, and I'm not exactly sure how well this is going to fare. It'll definitely do better than retail in terms of resale value, but I would recommend checking out things like StockX and Go just to get a sense of how it's going to perform after release. And I would say that this shoe will be available via raffle as well as on Sneakers app. And next up on our list we have the Nike SB Dunk Low Street Hawker, releasing on January 13th for a retail price of £85. This for me is one of my personal highlights on this list. I'm a huge fan of the colourway. I think it looks absolutely incredible. And the last dunk that I actually felt this way about was the Community Gardens. I took a massive L on them, and I'm hoping that I can rectify it with this particular release. I expect it's going to do incredibly well for resale value. I think a lot of people are going to be actively going for this particular shoe. It will be releasing via raffle as well as on Sneakers app, and it could actually be available via some select skate shops as well. So I would recommend keeping your eye out, enter as many raffles as possible. If you are a reseller, I do expect that this is going to do very well. And next up on our list we have the Air Jordan 3 Midnight Navy, releasing on January 15th for a retail price of £165. Now, for me personally, I am a huge fan of the Jordan 3 model. I have quite a few different colourways in my collection already, but this is definitely something that I want to add into the collection, as well as to bring you guys a review. The Jordan 3 is quite a difficult one to predict in terms of how well it's actually going to do in terms of resale, as quite often colourways will end up sitting on shelves, but there are a few select occasions where it actually does sell out. I do expect that this shoe will be available via Sneakers, raffle, as well as a few other select retailers. So if you are actively going for this shoe, I would highly recommend entering as many raffles as possible. It's a lot easier to return too many pairs than it would be to actually pay resale after the fact, in case a lot of people are after this shoe. So just enter as many raffles as possible if you do really want this in your collection. And next up on our list we have the Air Jordan 1 High in the Vault Gold colourway, releasing on the 16th of January for a retail price of £140. Now, I've seen quite a few people who actively like the shoe, and I've seen a lot of other people who actively dislike the shoe. I'm kind of on the fence, and I don't know which way I'm leaning at the minute, and I do actually want to see the shoe in hand before making any decisive decisions. This is definitely a shoe that I'm not entirely sure as to whether I would wear it or whether I would just sell it on, and I do think it is going to do very well in terms of resale, like a lot of other Air Jordan 1 releases. I do expect that it will be available via Sneakers as well as via lots of different raffles, so make sure you are entering every single raffle possible if you do want this shoe for your collection. And next up on our list we actually have another dunk. January definitely could be considered the month of the dunk, as we have another retro release. We have the Nike Dunk Low in the black and white colourway. As I mentioned earlier on in regards to the University Red colourway, this is actually a retro colourway that's being brought back for 2021, and I do expect that a lot of the OG collectors are definitely wanting this shoe for the collection, as well as a lot of the new school collectors as well. You can't really go wrong when it does come to the black and white colour blocking, and as it's on a dunk model, it's definitely going to sell out. A lot of people, whether they are a dunk enthusiast or just into sneakers in general, I think a lot of people are going to be after this shoe. I do think it's going to do incredibly well in terms of resale value, and I do expect that it will be available via raffle as well as on Sneakers app. And next up on our list we have the Air Jordan 4 Starfish, releasing on the 21st of January for a retail price of £165. To be completely honest, I'm personally not feeling this colourway on the Jordan 4, and I much prefer the Jordan 13 Starfish in comparison to this one. I do expect that it is going to sell out, and I have seen quite a lot of people excited for this release, so I'm kind of expecting it's going to do quite well for resale value. But we've had quite a few different Jordan 4 colourways throughout 2020, and I think a lot of them are a lot better than this one, so I'm really not sure as to how well it's going to fare after release. I do expect it's going to be available via Sneakers app as well as raffle, so if you are wanting this shoe for the collection, make sure you are entering every single raffle possible. And last but by no means least, we have the Air Jordan 9 in the University Gold colourway, releasing on January 30th for a rumoured retail price of £170. To be honest, I'm not the biggest Jordan 9 fan, but I do actually like this colourway on this model, and since I've never had a Jordan 9 before, I'm definitely going to try and get the pair for a review. I'm not sure if I will be keeping it in the collection though. As I've said, not the biggest Jordan 9 fan, but they are kind of starting to grow on me, and they did more so over the last few months of 2020. The Jordan 9 doesn't necessarily do too well in terms of resale value, so I do expect that it's going to be readily available. The release details haven't been released yet, so I'm not entirely sure if it will just be sneakers or if it will be available via raffle as well. And that just about wraps up my top 10 releases for January of 2021. Do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below about any of these releases and let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure to smash that like button, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, hitting that bell notification so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you again in the next one.